Hey there, Doodle Gang, the doobie, the booby, the feral cat that is still shocked that they're a part of the Dead by Daylight Creator Program. How are we today? Cool. We're switching stuff. Isn't that exciting, guys? I wanted to briefly, sorry, giving me, sorry, I have like my different screens and stuff going on and all that, but, I wanted to briefly chat on one thing. Well, not like one thing, but I mean like technically one thing at the moment because I gotta give you your weekly doobie content, because you guys love the weekly doobie content. But before I start anything, follow my Twitter. I suck at updating it, but you know what, like follow the Twitter, all that good nonsense. I wanted to talk about today about Negan from The Walking Dead coming into Dead by Daylight. And I am a little late on posting. My bad, gang. My bad. I just found this out because I've been kind of on and off on the internet. You know how I am. I am not very internet savvy. I'm more just, in the tight knit of just coming in, checking in, and then just forgetting to check my Twitter. And just recently, on the 12th, some stuff popped up for the DVD community on Negan potentially being in Dead by Daylight soon. Well, not as I'm put air quotes on soon because this could mean anything. This could literally mean anything when it comes to that matter. So what sparked this conversation up was Super Bowl talk. And some stuff was happening about Jeffrey D. Morgan, aka Negan, actor for Negan. Bless his heart. We love him. We just talk about Super Bowl stuff, and there was just some conversation going on. Jeffrey was just having some conversation, with people and everything. And Negan for Dead by Daylight commented, Jeffrey, we really need you in Dead by Daylight as Negan, joining Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Maggie, with Andy, Norman, and Lauren voicing the respected characters. And of course, as shown, they, bam, we have Daniel Negan for DVD right there, which I think that's funny for a picture. And when Jeffrey responds with, I think I'm doing that. I can't keep track of that stuff. I generally don't say no if the gang's all there, which I think is insane for him to talk about, which I mean, like, in a way of like, whoa, if he was doing it, he shouldn't be saying it, in a matter. And that's why I think it's really funny that DVD has the DVD count. You see it right here, the official account saying, looks like we've got some calls to make, which could literally mean anything. But two things here, which I think is very funny. One, Jeffrey could have been doing this, and he slipped up saying like, oh, maybe I am doing it, but I have no idea. And Behavior's popping and going, whoa, hey, let's just pretend here that, oh, we got some calls to make, guys. When it would be so hilarious if Jeffrey accidentally teased him coming into Dead by Daylight. Or it could mean the other thing, which Jeffrey doesn't even know. He's like, oh, that would be fun to do. And then Behavior's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get some calls in there. Now, this isn't official, like, Negan's officially coming into Dead by Daylight or anything. And this is just speculation and could be like, hey, cool, he could be coming into Dead by Daylight. And it's funny if it was a whoopsie thing there, because that's just funny if it is. Or it's just a good old, hey, that's cool, we can get you in there. Because I was thinking about this, by the way, about Negan coming into Dead by Daylight. And I cannot remember on the top of my head most recent like Walking Dead collabs that actually involves Negan that's not a mobile port. But what came into mind when looking for this tweet was Negan coming into Fortnite, and it wasn't Jeffrey, it was comic book Negan. So there could be a potential chance that instead, like, literally, we could just get the comic book version, which happened for Fortnite, which I am still really disappointed in this because I mean, like, by all means, comic book Negan such an awesome design, but we all know Negan for Jeffrey. So that I'm putting that on the table. I know some people be like, Doobie, don't think that, Doobie. Doobie, don't be so negative about it. We'll get Jeffrey. Like, of course we'll get Jeffrey, because he said himself that he would love to be in there if everyone else was in there. So it's just funny to me, which I swear I could be wrong on this. Jeffrey did make a comment about this, saying he had no idea this was going on and he would have liked to have been in it. But that could have been, I could be twisting words. I swear I seen him talk about it. But I think it's also funny for that matter, which, by the way, this collab came out last year during March, so I don't know what's been after that for Walking Dead collabs and stuff like that. But mainly as of now, I think it's just really funny that this has happened. And now it's just like, well, that's on the table. We got Negan. And also, what does this mean if Negan comes into Dead by Daylight? Safe chances, safe bets. He's just going to be a legendary for Rick, which I hate. I totally disagree with this. I don't want that to happen. For me, always, I've wanted Negan as a killer, and I'm pretty sure somewhere I've read that Dead by Daylight does not want that. Like, Behavior said that they wouldn't want that, which is really sad. And I know a lot of people were headcaning, like, oh, Trickster skin would be cool. Like, if we can't have, like, an actual, like, Negan killer with power and stuff like that, make a skin for Trickster, which, I mean, I could totally understand why people would be like, yeah, that's gonna be kind of weird, but, like, that's the closest we will get if Negan could be a killer, which is a legendary skin for Trickster. But at the same time, more than likely, it will be a Survivor legendary, whatever, in that matter, Survivor legendary for Rick. And, of course, with voice lines, and I know, Jeffrey, it's a lot to ask for, but do the screams, because, like, God, I hate Rick's screams so much. Like, it's so cool that we actually got voice lines from the actual characters. Like, this, like, especially for, like, the Stranger Things chapter, big letdown that none of them were the actual original cast. And I thought, I got fooled. I thought Jamie was involved with Henry, but no, it was a impersonator, and that is awesome, by the way. Like, I wish Behavior could pickpocket more of that. Like, I understand, like, especially for Jonathan's voice actor. I feel so bad. The original voice actor for Jonathan, boo, I hate that. Bring him back. That's so sad. Like, and especially for voice acting and stuff like that. Regardless, if Negan does come into Dead by Daylight, we'll get the full amazing prick that we love, you know? Because I absolutely love The Walking Dead. It's, if you guys know me personally, what, like, talking for my streams and whatnot, which, by the way, why aren't you following me on my Twitch or YouTube? I'm streaming on YouTube now. I should mention that. I'll talk about that later. But, The Walking Dead was always a dream chapter for me. Like, I always wanted The Walking Dead and Dead by Daylight. I've always talked about that. And I always specifically said, I want Negan as a killer. I don't care if it doesn't fit. I want him in as a killer, because that's just how, like, that's just been so cool, especially to get a Maury of Negan with the bat and doing the watermelon smash. That would have been so amazing. But, you know, at this point, I cannot put my hype, like, I cannot hype myself up for it. I cannot. Because I'm already going to get disappointed that he's going to become a Survivor legendary for Rick. That's just what's going to happen. And, I'm okay with that. It's not like it's the end of the world or anything. As long as Negan's in the game, that basically completes my dream chapter for Dead by Daylight, for one of them. Because my top dream chapters, if you want to know, for Dead by Daylight, already 2 of them happened. Five Nights at Freddy's for Springtrap, and also The Walking Dead, which The Walking Dead was kind of like half revealed for me. Like, not like, it wasn't really good, in my opinion. Of course, I'm gonna, like, I know, Dead by Daylight creator person speaking their opinions about it, and I'm not holding my tongue back or anything. I feel like The Walking Dead chapter was such a big letdown for me, but I'm still really happy that we at least have something of The Walking Dead in Dead by Daylight. That's always been one of my top dream chapters, and as well with Five Nights at Freddy's. And I will go on and on about how much I absolutely love the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter. Like, Behavior did such a good job, and I absolutely love it. But of course, there's a lot to be, you know, desired for The Walking Dead chapter, and I hope eventually down the road we get some more legendary skins, get some more characters, or at least some more better skins, especially for like Michonne. I hope Michonne gets some better outfits down the road. Rick, I feel like Rick has achieved peak for his skins. Give Michonne something better. I mean, like, we got Maggie, so that is really great. I hope maybe down the road we get Glenn, and then maybe we can get some voice lines, and that would be really awesome, which could really, like, tie the bow on the little box of the Walking Dead chapter, in my opinion. But Negan would be like the big old bow on the top. It would actually be like, bam! Yes, that's what I want. Like, that's always what I wanted for The Walking Dead. And also, if anyone else is curious for like what else I want in the game, just for quicksies, for funsies, I want Resident Evil Biohazard. Please. That would be so awesome. I want Jack or Marguerite. I want Jack as a killer. I want Ethan Winters. But I know if I say that, we're gonna get Village. Like, I know when I say this, we will probably get Village more likely than Biohazard, which Biohazard's like the peak child, but literally gets shadowed by everything else, which is really sad because I really like Biohazard. And also Jennifer's body. I want Jennifer Check in Dead by Daylight. That's just what I want because you guys know me from my Twitter. I have a Dead by Daylight OC or original character star. She is basically based off of Jennifer's body and just a reimagining of Jennifer's body in Dead by Daylight. And I've been drawing her a lot more recently and stuff like that too. And I love her as a character. She is one of my favorite characters. Like, dude, she's as like old as me playing Dead by Daylight, like 6 years now. She's 6 years old, which is insane to think about. But yeah, I wanted to touch up on this and let you guys know in the DBD news train. If you haven't seen this yet, I hope I given you some information of in the DBD space. I've been trying to stay more on the topic of things, and I like these discussion videos, giving my opinions and stuff like that, because it's always fun doing that. I like, chatting with you guys and seeing what you want, and you guys seeing what I want, and it's just fun all around to talk about it. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope to talk about more stuff soon when I can. I just thought this would be really fun to yap about and just give my opinions on it in general. And I am, in open arms, welcoming Negan into the fog. I think that's really awesome. And I want him in the fog. Like, I want him in the fog, please. Now, that'd be really cool. So, I hope you guys have a fantastic day in the fog. And I will see you in the next trial, whenever that will be. Bye-bye! And also, as always, thank you as well for all the support and never-ending love on my channel. It's always appreciated, guys. I love you bunches. Okay, I'll let you go. Bye-bye!